Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the JRPG Report. My name is Dalton Suter, and still not a whole ton of news out there for our beloved JRPG genre, but I did scrounge up what I could find, and without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Publisher 505 Games and developer Rabbit and Bear Studios have released a launch trailer for Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes' second DLC expansion, The Chapter of Sign. The expansion is now available, priced at $7.99. As previously announced by 505 Games, The Chapter of Sign is the second of 3 DLC set to release for the game, with The Chapter of Marcus set to release on April 3rd. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes originally released in April 2024 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And this is the quote from the release trailer. We are thrilled to announce the release of The Story of Sign, the latest story expansion for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. This DLC explores Sign's perspective as a high-ranking officer of the Galdian Empire, offering new challenges, allies, and a deeper look into his role in the unfolding conflict. In The Story of Sign, players will step into his shoes, navigating the political intrigue and battlefield strategy that defines his path. Command Sign and his trusty allies as they embark on a mission that will test their loyalties and reveal the true ambitions of the Galdian Empire. From the opulent halls of the Empire's capital to the bloodstained front lines, this expansion delivers new characters and new gameplay that enrich the Eiyuden Chronicle experience. As Sign maneuvers through the shifting tides of war, prepare for strategic battles, unexpected alliances, and a narrative that will redefine his legacy. This release is the second of 3 planned story expansions, with the next chapter focusing on Marcus. Each DLC adds new depth to the world of Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, expanding the lore and character arcs that fans have come to love. So I thought that was... And in the same vein, Suikoden, I think I said that right, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and the Dunin Unification Wars has finally launched on March 6th worldwide for consoles and PC platforms, and Konami has shared the release trailer during the Suikoden Live showcase. In addition to the launch trailer, the stream also detailed the day 1 patch that has gone live before the game has launched, to fix some issues, but also add a timer toggle for Suikoden 2 HD Remaster. The Suikoden Live showcase went on to reveal a Suikoden anime and Suikoden Star Leap, the mobile game. If you want to check out that trailer, it is over on YouTube. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and the Dunin Unification Wars came out March 6th for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. Now, a little more information on this mobile game. During the Suikoden Live Showcase, Konami, or as Dan used to say over on Factory Sealed, Konami, announced Suikoden Star Leap for the iOS and Android, an entirely new Suikoden game tailored for mobile platforms. Suikoden Star Leap will be a free-to-play game with microtransactions featuring pixel art graphics that aim to enhance the series' traditional aesthetic. It will feature 108 stars to meet and befriend, and check out the official English website for Suikoden Star Leap, and then they have a hyperlink for it, but obviously I would just Google it if you want more details and clips. But since its release in Japan in 1995, Suikoden series has been one of Konami's most popular RPG series, with 11 titles released, including both main story and spin-offs. Suikoden Star Leap is an entirely new addition to the series and is the first title to be tailored for mobile. This game features beautiful pixel art graphics that enhance on the series' traditional art style combined with dynamic sounds to deliver a whole new experience of Suikoden, complete with 108 stars to meet and befriend. And the story setup behind this mobile game: the Rune of Change is one of the 27 runes that are said to have created the world. The story begins just east to the giant Scarlet Moon Empire at a village located on the shore of a lake. One night, our hero, the village chief Hao's son, comes back home successful from his first hunt. The village is filled with celebration, brimming with hope for the coming days, but an assault is launched, and the fate of the village is changed in an instant. Our hero, along with Hisui, Shirin, and Shapur, embarks on a journey to restore peace to the village. In the midst of the great whirlpool of destiny, the hero's small adventure turns into a large ambition for our precious one. Now, it's a bit tropey, but I have to say that I love that even to this day, the worst absolute place that you can live is in the hometown of a JRPG protagonist, because you are just doomed immediately. All right. Vision of Mana director Kenji Ozawa, who previously worked for Bandai Namco and NetEase Games Oka Studio, has announced the establishment of Studio Sasankwa, I think is how you would pronounce that, a new game development studio based in Shibuya, Tokyo. Studio Sankwa's main purpose is to develop and release its own titles for consoles and PC, as well as to produce and cooperate in the development of titles by external companies. The name comes from a flower that blooms in winter, Ozawa said. Making games is incredibly rewarding, but also incredibly challenging. Games are products, and there are certain things that we need to do because of that. I want to create a place where we can face both of these aspects. The company also aims to utilize Ozawa's experience of producing and directing in Japan and China to create content through collaboration with the external companies. So keep your eye out for something coming out of there, man. That would be cool. And you know, I love the Mana series. So this next one just jumped out to me as something that interests me, and hopefully it'll interest you guys as well. Publisher Bushiroad and developer Hakama will launch progress orders on April 10th worldwide for the Nintendo Switch and Steam, priced at $19.99 according to the store listings. Progress Orders was originally announced for Japan last year, showcasing a guild management RPG with command-based battles as well as some relationship building. And they have shared opening movies and trailers of this. They are over on YouTube if you'd like to check it out. But here's a little overview. The protagonist, who has been alone, is led to the guild after finding a letter from the grandfather. They missed a spacing there. It threw me off. Through the grandfather is a nowhere to be found, though the grandfather is nowhere to be found at the guild, the protagonist decides to work through in search of more clues. Through a ritual to become the guild staff member, the protagonist gains the ability of clairvoyance, allowing them to see and hear through the eyes of others. You may choose between a male or female character, use various facilities like the blacksmith, item shop, and garden to support each of the unique adventurers in the 3D rendered guild. Complex dungeons progress automatically for each party, and you may choose to step in during monster encounters, which develop thrilling, strategic, reading command battles. You can alternatively have the adventurers fight on their own and focus on your other tasks. Including 6 members, 3 men and 3 women, each of your stories with them will unfold. I cannot talk today, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. As you develop further relationships with your partners, build up your guild while getting closer with your favorite partner. So that just sounded interesting. So one thing I meant to mention earlier is that the first Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes DLC came out at the end of February, and it was titled The Chapter of Marisa. And yeah, I just meant to mention that earlier and totally forgot. That's on me. So there's been an announcement for a new Pokemon game. Pokemon Legends ZA will launch for Nintendo Switch in late 2025. Publisher The Pokemon Company and developer Game Freak have announced. Here are the latest details. The story takes place in Lumos City, the largest city in the Kalos region. Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas. These days, Lumos, I don't know if it's Lumios or if it's Lumois, I'm going to say Lumios, is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn into a city that people and Pokemon truly share. After you arrive in Lumios City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner: Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. Oh, love me Totodile. Love me some Totodile. He's one of my favorites. You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on your new journey as you get to know Lumios City and its inhabitants. When you arrive in Lumios, you will meet a new friend and ally, either Urbane or Tawny. The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floetta. Lumios' redevelopment is being managed by the Quizartico Incorporation. Incorporated? Quizartico Inc. I don't know. My brain is very spacey today. Again, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. It's been a rough month. You'll be acquainted with the company's CEO, Jet, and her secretary, Venny. The different people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer. To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas located throughout Lumio give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive. To catch one of these wild Pokemon, aim carefully and then throw a Pokeball. If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch. This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach and different areas of effect, so choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand. Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks, swap Pokemon if needed, and find the right moment to unleash a move. What's more, certain Pokemon can go beyond evolution, undergoing Mega Evolution. Nice. When a trainer's keystone resonates with the Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It will unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle in its favor. As Lumiose continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon, who knows what kind of encounters and experiences await you. So that sounds pretty cool. I've kind of fallen off the main series of Pokemon. I've really been enjoying on PC. There is and I think it's on Switch and PS4 as well, Nexomon. Very good game. That's a monster catcher. So there are actually things that I think that the Pokemon series could take from Nexomon. So just a quick shout out to Nexomon. It's good stuff. All right, publisher Koei Tecmo and developer Gust will release a demo for Atelier Yumia, The Alchemist of Memories in the Envisioned Lands on March 17th. The demo will allow you to play from the prologue to the early game's main quest, pioneering the Ligneous region, experiencing gathering ingredients on the field, battles, synthesis, and building. Save data from the demo will be able to be carried over to the full game. Atelier, goodness gracious. Atelier Yumia and The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land is due out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam March 21st worldwide. And speaking of Yumia, ahead of its launch next week, Koei Tecmo and Bandai Namco Entertainment have announced that a Tales of Grace's F remastered collaboration with Atelier Yumia, The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Lands. This collaboration will arrive in the form of a free DLC for Atelier Yumia, and it follows the Tales of Arise collaboration in Atelier Sophie 2. This free DLC will be a collaboration costume, and the release date will be announced in the future. To commemorate the collaboration, illustrator Benitama has done a special illustration that you can find in this article and online. So yeah, get ready to check out that. The upcoming Alchemy JRPG Atelier Yumia, The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land, available March 21st. There will be a collaboration of Tales Greens. Oh yeah, it's basically just repeating itself. I don't know why they do that in ads, or not in ads, in articles. I really don't. I don't know why they repeat themselves twice. It doesn't make any sense. Following last week's Steam updates, Square Enix has pushed out 1.2.0 patches for the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series on iOS and Android, not only bringing those new options, but also finally adding in the font and BGM options that other platforms have had. The 1.2.0 Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series updates added features like a job level to the boost options in Final Fantasy III, adjustments to the branching conditions for Sid event in Final Fantasy VI, and more. Today, those updates have begun rolling out for the mobile versions on both iOS and Android. While it's good to see those updates arrive less than a week later, today's updates are more notable because they finally bring in the BGM and font options. These let you toggle between the new Pixel Remasters arrangements or the original soundtrack, and also allows you to use the classic Pixel style font option. Both of these were present in the console versions and were patched into the PC version, but they were never brought to mobile releases until now. So if you play those games on your phone, you now have those to give a try out. And I pulled this up the other day. It's going on about a week ago now, but it's still, I think, prevalent to talk about because of its place in history. The timeless RPG, Chrono Trigger, which first relaunched for Super Famicom in 1995, celebrates its 30th. If you hear my phone ringing, my ringtone is Persona 5. Celebrates its 30th anniversary on March 11th in Japan. In a celebration post on its official Twitter account, Square Enix said users can look forward to various developments that go beyond the world of the game throughout the next year. To mark the 30th anniversary and to express our gratitude to everyone who has played Chrono Trigger so far, we are planning a variety of projects over the next year that will go beyond the world of the game. please look forward to the latest information, which will be posted via the Square Enix official X and Chrono Trigger PR accounts. A special live stream featuring music from Chrono Trigger was held March 14th until March 15th. And it was, I believe it's still available on YouTube as a VOD. And our final story for this week, Gung Ho has just released the official English voice acting cast for Trails in the Sky, the first chapter it's a trailer showcasing the dub cast for the upcoming remake so far. Neon Falcom simultaneously published another version of the same trailer with Japanese voiceovers, but the latter also revealed many changes to the Japanese voice cast. The English trailer reveals many of the original game's cast have reunited for this remake. The trailer doesn't actually have any new voiced dialogue, but just serves as an announcement for the cast Gung Ho wanted to reveal so far. On the other side, the Japanese trailer revealed unexpected changes to a majority of the Japanese voice actors for the characters. For example, Estelle and Joshua Bright will now be respectively voiced by Tomoyo Takayanagi and Natsumi Fujiwara instead of Akemi Kanda and Mitsuki Saiga, even though both of the latter are still active. Only the veteran male actors are spared here, as Takehito Koyasu and Tetsu Inada still retain their roles as Olivier Lindheim and Zen Vathik, respectively. So yeah, the English voice cast for Estelle is Stephanie Shea. Joshua Bright is Johnny Young Bosch. Sherazard Harvey is Michelle Ruff. Olivier Lindheim is Matthew Mercer. It's a name everyone knows. Chloe Renz is Christina V. Agate Krosner is Ben Pronsky. Tita Russell is Brianna Knickerbocker. And Zen Vathik is Vic Chow. And the Japanese cast, I love you all, but look them up. I do not want to just butcher all of those names because as much as I'm practicing my Japanese, it's still pretty rough. Trails in the Sky, the first chapter, is set to launch worldwide in fall of 2025 for PlayStation 5, Nintendo, and PC via Steam. I am so hyped. Legend of Heroes has become one of my favorite series, and I've only played 2 games. I've played Trails in the Sky first chapter, and I've played second chapter. And for people that know, we've played it for the Steam Machine podcast, which is my other podcast that I do. It's a gaming show. Go check it out wherever you get your podcasts. But we are waiting for Willie to beat the second game so we can move on to the third game. So that's where I'm at right now. Although I might just play it without him. At this point, it's been like a year and a half, and I really want to dive back into that world. But yeah. Speaking of Steam Machine podcast, before I move on, our next episode is on Yakuza 5, and then we will be playing Octopath Traveler 2 after that. So some JRPG goodness coming to that show coming up. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I could scrape together for this episode. If you would be so kind as to give us a 5-star rating and a review wherever you get the podcast, it really does help us out. And the algorithm helps people find the show, and the more the merrier. Especially for our beloved genre. I want more and more people to discover JRPGs and get into them because they are just the pinnacle, in my opinion. You want to check us out over on Twitter. It is at JRPG Report. I'm not super active on social media. I apologize, but I've been trying to cleanse myself of it some because there's just so much going on in the world that it's just too much negativity for me, if that makes any sense at all. But I do keep it active so I can find news stories and stuff to report to you all wonderful people. So find me over on Twitter at JRPG Report. I'm also over on Blue Sky at JRPG Report. We have Facebook at JRPG Report. If you would like to donate to the show, which would mean a lot to me, helps me keep the lights on, and just gives me motivation to get these out even when I might be having like a mental tough day. That doesn't matter. Patreon.com/JRPG Report. $1 a month or more gets you the episodes early, ad-free, and get your name read on each and every episode like these wonderful people. Jake W., Jordan K., Kularian, Kana, Logan Joreid, and Be the Knight. I appreciate you all very, very much. And like I said, go check us out over at the Steam Machine Podcast, a bi-weekly PC gaming show where me, Willie, and Mikolov, and sometimes Nate, play through backlog that we all have on PC. It's mostly my backlog. My backlog is massive, unfortunately. Well, I mean, fortunately and unfortunately. But yeah, our next episode is going to be on Yakuza 5 Remastered. And then after that, we'll be diving into Octopath Traveler 2, which was a Patreon choice. So there's also that. But if you want to know more about that, go listen to the Steam Machine podcast. And that about does it, everyone. Hopefully sometime soon we will get like more major news. But until then, everyone, do me a massive favor. Go play your favorite JRPG. And while you're doing that, get back out there and level up.